Hey guys, so this video we're going to talk about the Underhook De La Riva position. In the last video I did kind of an overview of all the main types of controls people will do from De La Riva. So we have Andy visiting from Atos, and he's got a really good Underhook De La Riva game. So he's going to go in depth and talk about kind of what you can do from the position and a couple of his favorite attacks. I also like this one because it's useful both gi and no gi. So yeah, we'll let Andy go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Underhook De La Riva, okay guys? So first here, I think it's very important to know how to set up the Underhook De La Riva, because if I have no grips here and I try to do this, he's gonna step back and he's gonna turn on past me, okay? So first I'm controlling either the ankle or the pants, doesn't matter, and I like to reach for the collar here. And I like to be pulling the collar, because when I'm pulling him, he needs to put his weight on his feet. That means he's not gonna be able to step back. He's not gonna be fast enough. So I pull and escape my hip, because now I have the perfect angle in space to get my Underhook De La Riva here. And notice, because I escaped my hip, once I get the Underhook De La Riva, I'm very tight here. It's a lot of pressure on his knee. I can always start Berimbolos, take the back, yes. And from here, one extra detail that I like to use is, once I get the De La Riva underhook, I like to pull my knee towards my chest like this. It makes more pressure on his knee. Now from here, I'm going to talk a little bit about the variations that I have. Of course, one is Berimbolos. We can always switch for the Berimbolos. But usually what they do is, whenever the guy on top is on De La Riva, they want to step over this leg here. So they start stepping over this leg, and that's the perfect thing for me. I just hook behind his knee here, and now I start opening him that way, like this. You see? And now from here, I have many variations. I can just circle my leg in, get into the single leg X here, okay? I can make this X guard here, where I can start sweeping him, or I can either switch for the back. There's a lot of variations. Also, sometimes as soon as I open him, I just slide my shin across his hip like this, pointing my knee down, bring his foot over my shoulder, cup his knee, and now I do the same thing, look. And I'm on his back already. You see? So I have many variations from there, but one thing that is very important is, once I open him to the side, I need to make sure his foot stays out of the mat, and I need to make sure he's on this side here, because he's gonna try to step back, yes, and start clearing this foot here and smash past me, folding past, exactly. So once I open him, I wanna make sure he stays on his side here, okay? And let's say now he's trying to step back. I make a hook right here, look, on this leg. I change my hook, so I'm hooking this leg because I'm opening him, but I realized that he's putting pressure back. I just hook this leg and bring this leg in here. Now he's not gonna be able to step. If he does, he's gonna get two on top of me. That means I'm underneath him. Once I'm underneath him, I can start attacking the back again. So it's a very strong position, but you need to understand a lot of concepts and keeping him away, when to get closer, because you don't want him to, you want to get underneath him, but you don't want to get closer when you don't have the hook. You want to get, because here he's going to start folding past you. This is really bad for you. Okay, so you want to be here. If he starts putting pressure like this, it's uncomfortable, but you're still good. Okay, you can always open him and start setting up your attacks. You can put in the 50-50. You can put in single leg X guard. What else can I do?
Maybe switch up for leg locks.
I can always do
waiter sweep.
Waiter sweep. Straight to the Andrews pass.
Which is coming up next.
Which is coming up next.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's about.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one thing I like about this position is, if you're fighting guys who like the knee cut a lot and stuff,
Yes.
as soon as I step into the guard and they do that Underhook De La Riva, the knee cut is completely shut down. And one thing you'll notice with a lot of guys when they're passing is they get so fixated on what they want to do, they don't think about the position they're in, which is part of the purpose of the previous video where I went through all the main controls, is people passing should be thinking about what guard they're in. So when you step into the guard, like if I'm going with Andy and I'm thinking, I want a knee cut, and I step in and I go to De La Riva and he does that underhook, man, most guys have no idea what to do in this guard. So even if you've never worked this before, if you just go in the gym and do this to your opponents, they're going to be so confused. They'll be sitting here trying to do this. They won't be able to go, and you'll just be going underneath really easy, right? And the key with jiu-jitsu is that it's always about having information that your opponent doesn't have. The reason that like I started jiu-jitsu and a lot of guys did is like I saw like Royce Gracie beat Dan Severn in jiu-jitsu, right? And that's because like Royce Gracie had knowledge of like the triangle choke that Dan Severn didn't have. So it's important that like you always be trying to evolve your game, learning new techniques. So when I have guys through the gym like Andy and Andres and stuff doing techniques that are new to me, because we all can't be experts on everything. So we have to try to bring in as much new information as you can. It just levels your game up so much. So have fun with this position, guys. Andy has his own YouTube channel he just started.
Yes.
I'll put the information in the description so you guys can check that out there. And as always, check us out on Instagram at Andy Murasaki.
Andy Murasaki, exactly.
Yep. We'll put the spelling in the description at John Thomas BJJ. And as always, if you guys like the content, like, share, subscribe. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.